just take it 1 week at a time. Just got to get better in the details and small areas and help each other get better every single day.
And it's today where a lot of decisions are made. How do you handle that with the team, the locker room? How do you all feel kind of going into some handling that?
I mean, it's a business. Every year you're in the league, you feel like you get numb to it. But when you start asking, you start seeing, it gets you every year. So it's a business. It's like I said.
How do you feel like different around here versus other teams you're a part of, just because so many guys are new and there's not a lot of guys who are a lot of guys are on 1-year contracts and stuff?
Say that first part again. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's a business and you don't get numb to it any year like you just said, but does it feel any different this year with this team compared to other teams you're a part of because of kind of the unique composition of this team with so many new guys on 1-year contracts?
Yeah, with so many new guys, and just getting to know one another, it's a pretty big difference, this year. And there was a lot of competition in every position damn near. So, Nick definitely brought, a lot of guys in and, just gotta, spend as much time as we can as teammates and, just, stay in touch.
How much do you feel like your preseason performance kind of helps you, or how important was that to you?
It's definitely important because at the end of the day, you got to make plays in football. That's how you make the team. That's how you get paid. That's how you, become, a franchise player. Is making plays. So that was the biggest thing, and then being 6 days behind with the whole COVID and everything, pneumonia that I had. I had to hit the ground running, with learning the detail, the technique. And then, so when the Green Bay Cowboys and the Bucks, I just had to make the most of my opportunities.
I can't get your back physically at all. I mean, obviously, that's not a good thing. How much did that set you back physically?
Be honest with you, I was able to get my condition test done in, I think, like 5 days. So that was actually like shocking to me because I thought I lost like 7 pounds from pneumonia. Just through the hard work in the offseason, obviously it shows that can't, fight or anything was for me is for me. So.
When it came to your personal evaluation of this team, who were you talking most to? Who's the person kind of giving that to you most? Was it David, Nick, and then who was kind of the guy throughout this?
I would say I was just talking more with like Coach Lovey and Coach King, just staying, like talking with those coaches, just like where can I get better here, just being coachable. That's the thing that I want to say. I was trying to see where I'm at, just because I know what I'm going to year 5. I know what it takes to make a team, It's just all right, well, help me get there then, you know what I'm saying? If you want this out of me, just help me. And if the right coaches are put in place to help me get there, then, sky's the limit.
Given all that you just told us, how stressful was this time trying to make this team?
I want to say stressful.
What's the right word?
I would just say you just gotta, I don't even know if I made a team yet. You just gotta, control what you can control. I would just say time consuming, just watching the clock, you waiting, I don't know. And then also being with a different team and seeing how they do things different, around here, that was a little off because I was used to things going this way, but it wasn't. It was going this way, and I'm just all you can do is just control what you could control,
What's the biggest thing you've noticed that this team does compared to others?
I feel like everybody, as a club have their own ways of doing things. Me personally, I like how just, it's more, you get more of a voice, you know what I'm saying? And being able to communicate just, and me personally, they let me be myself, I feel like, get to know someone for yourself before you try to place any judgment on them. And And I feel like everybody in this, organization, from Roe to Nick to Coach Lovey to Coach King, everybody have got to know me for themselves, you know what I'm saying, and have their own story about me,
When you say you have a voice, what do you mean?
As in just, like, for point example, with OTAs, I feel like how that was handled, compared to other spots that, I was talking to other players and everything. We were more, hands-on and more, talking with Coach Cully of just how we wanted that to go about, Just got to continue growing that chemistry and that bond to be able to, take this place where we wanted to go.
Couple more.
As a player, how much do you, I guess, kind of appreciate having your voice heard and talking to the coaches?
Obviously, you cherish that because it's not a shut up and play type of time no more. Like, that era is over with. I feel like just not only in life, but with this job too. I feel like people have a voice. You have a platform. Everybody have a platform in their hand. Everybody has freedom to say whatever they want. So I feel like in the work area, if it's obviously the right thing for the best for anybody, you should have your voice be heard.
Last one.
How deep is this defensive front in your estimation?
Like depth-wise, pretty deep.
The quality, but
Yeah, man, pretty deep. A lot of good quality guys, good talented guys, put together, and I feel like when you have it like that, you get the best out of everyone. If you have so many great guys, whoever put in that time and is not scared of competition and love to and ultimately believe in themselves, it should be able like a good year.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See what's going on in Houston. Felt good. With the opportunity I had, I felt like, honestly, the offensive lineman did a great job blocking for me, and felt like I, was starting to get a good groove going and gotten a good flow going.
As far as just the difference, the big difference between last year and this year, what are some of your key takeaways from the preseason? What stands out to you, I should say, from camp and from the preseason?
Obviously, the new faces. That's probably the biggest thing. Everyone's ready to work. Everyone's trying to prove their worth. We have a lot of guys on one-year deals, so everyone's trying to do everything they can to, prolong their career. And I feel like it's going to help out. We have so many guys that are talented at each position. We got depth at pretty much at each position to where it's making each other better. And especially, like I said, our new O-line's coach, he's emphasizing, +2 every time we get stood up, +2 after the first contact. And offensive coordinator Tim Kelly's, emphasizing running the ball. So I feel like, for me, it's going to be really crucial to run the ball, but also just be utilized as a receiver, obviously blocking for Terod and doing everything I can.
What have you learned about, talking with the marketing room, they call it about their time involved more, what they want to do, just kind of with the run game, some of their experiences there, what you learn about that?
They want to run the ball. Mark is a downhill, and he's a shifty running back. And Cully, that's basically every time we talk about our offense philosophy, it's running the ball. That's the first thing. There's nothing more demoralizing on a defense than running the ball and pounding the rock. So that's all that they preach, and I'm happy for it.
Is that kind of a day one thing, or you kind of just notice this guy's starting to get at it, you're like, all right, this is where this is going, or when did you start to realize that?
That was a day one thing. And honestly, when I first talked to Cully, that was just his thing, his philosophy that he wanted to implement here is running the ball.
David, you mentioned the kind of the unique roster composition of this team. Compared to other teams you've been a part of, how does that manifest itself day to day? What are some of the little things that you notice about that kind of make a difference when so many guys are on one-year deals, so many guys are competing? jobs during this time of year?
For me, I feel like there's not as many mistakes. It doesn't feel like a lot of guys are having to learn the playbook or learn how to be a professional. It's not a lot of mental loafs, I guess, and everyone's really making each other better. We always are communicating with each other. We all played, me, Phil, and Mark, have played and done well in this league to where we're talking to each other, getting tips from each other and helping out each other as much as we can.
Do you think that's more because everyone has a little more at stake, or just because this is more of a veteran team?
Everyone has more at stake as what?
Oh, just in terms of kind of so many guys on a one-year contract and stuff. Like, do you think it's people are more attentive, like in stuff like you're saying, just because they can't risk having a bad day, or just because everyone's kind of been around and there's so many veterans?
I think it's more of everyone being around, everyone being veterans, and not just that, but honestly, as much as we say don't listen to everyone outside, but everyone has us like dead last in the league, so it's really just proving a lot of the naysayers wrong. And we talk about it all the time. Like a lot of us have been on winning teams, and we want to get back to that type of team. And with us being 3 veteran guys, we obviously want the opportunity to do as much as we can for the offense, and I think that's going to help out.
Does that outside noise seem harder to ignore this year with this team versus other teams you've been a part of?
No, not for me, because I've had a lot of outside noise. I mean, the last couple of years, honestly, this is not even bad to me. So I've been trained and I've gotten used to just ignoring it for the most part.
David, what's been your evaluation of this offensive line, and how much do you think the improvements that they have is going to help this team in the run game?
I think it's been great. They're real physical offensive line. I think just having the biggest thing with them, most of them are veterans. I think the biggest thing is just being able to play together and know each other's strengths and knowing how to play as a unit. And I think that's the biggest thing. And like I said, with this offensive coordinator and with our offensive line coach, the way they really hone in on trying to let the guys know that we're going to run the ball, we're going to be physical running the ball, and we're going to really implement having that run game established each and every game.
Even though you had success in the league, and obviously you traded it last year, this last preseason game, did you kind of feel the onus on yourself to really show something, kind of put your stamp on the preseason and on camp to kind of ensure you get your spot on the team?
I feel like every game, honestly, every game and every practice is that way. It's a day-to-day evaluation. Like coaches are always looking at us and what we're doing, especially, us as running backs. Each player, everyone's being evaluated. And, just because it's the last preseason game, I feel like it's the same as every other preseason game. Whenever I have my opportunities, I'm going to try to make the most of it. Honestly, I just had more opportunities to run the ball this game than other previous games.
Just two more, you would like you're proving it, like you have to go out there every game.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the way for me, honestly, every time I played football since I was a little kid. Honestly, I had the success, but after that year with the injuries, I feel like I constantly have to prove myself that I'm worthy to be a impact player, a playmaker for the team, and try to really have confidence in the coaches to put me in.
You mentioned predictions, but your internal thoughts. What do you feel about the team? How do you feel like the team has done? What kind of team do you feel like you guys have?
I feel like we have a great team, man. I feel like a lot of people are just looking over us because of all the outside noise going on and everything that's been going on the last couple of years with the trades and everything. So I feel like we have definitely a great team, and I feel like we're definitely going to make a lot of people surprised at how good we're going to be once the season comes.
Last one, Brooks. How would you describe your role in the offense has changed since you first arrived?
Really, I think it's just going to be more of we're going to rotate. So, more of a passing running back, but also being used as a normal traditional running back like you seen last game. So I think the biggest thing is just they're going to try to make everyone more fresh with the running back group and let everyone get an opportunity to help out the offense.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Mark, how much have you tried to put an imprint with your personality on the team, try to affect your personality on the team, aside from just running back?
Just being myself around my teammates. I'm not really trying to do anything out of extra or, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to just be myself and, you know, just spread energy, spread positivity, and just work my butt off and be the best teammate I could be. So I haven't been trying to do nothing crazy. I've just been trying to get to know my teammates, get to know my coaches, everyone around the building, and just be myself.
Does that help when there's so much skepticism around the team? I know you guys probably don't care as much what other people say, but does that kind of help you move in the energy around the building?
I mean, I would like to think so. I like to think when you know, to bring positive energy and positive thoughts, you know, I think that kind of gets contagious. It's easy to be negative. It's easy to have doubts and think about things when it's tough and when it's rough and when things aren't always good. But if you can, you know, just be positive and spread that and spread successes, failures, and just work hard, I think it kind of helps.
Mark, as a veteran player, what do you think of the 17-game season and also the run-up to the season when you have more time now before you play a real game, preseason games?
I mean, I guess we'll see, you know. I think 17 games is new to all of us, so I think as, you know, it wasn't something that you always was, like, rooting for, an extra game, but, you know, we'll take advantage of it with the circumstances that are given. We have to play 17 games, so you have to be at your best for 17 games plus. So that's what it is, and we'll see how it works and get a little extra time now to get off. So we'll be working this week, improving, getting better, and hopefully we'll be able to recover and have a little reset button before we start preparing for, you know, week one. So we'll be doing that.
Well, you've been around a long time with a lot of young running backs. What do you think about Scotty Phillips?
And Scotty's a baller. I told him, like, you know, just keep doing his thing, keep running the rock, keep coming out the backfield, catching the rock, you know, picking up pass protection. He's a back that could do a lot of things. So I was telling him to keep working on his craft, and I think he's going to be a good player, a good running back in this league for a long time. I think he can have a long career with his skill set and his mindset and his mentality. So I'm a Scotty Phillips fan.
Have you been keeping a close eye on New Orleans?
Of course. Heart goes out to everyone in Louisiana. Louisiana, especially New Orleans, was home to me for, you know, my first 8 years of my career. Helped me grow as a man. Helped me. I met my wife there. 3 of my children were born there. And obviously, you know, 8 great years in New Orleans. Thinking about them, you know, thoughts and prayers are with them. And I know that community is strong. And I know that they'll fight through this. They've been through so much over the years. And you know, I know the devastation and all of that through the hurricanes. But those guys, I mean, all the people in New Orleans, all the people in Louisiana are very strong. They're very resilient. And I know that they'll get through this strong, and with the help of everyone in the community, all the leaders of the community, everyone loves New Orleans, and any ways that people could give a helping hand, I'm sure that they will, and make sure that community is strong and as tight as ever.
And speaking of that helping hand that you just mentioned, are you planning on getting involved in the league effort, especially with your relationship with Cam Jordan?
Yeah, me and Cam were talking about it just yesterday, and obviously I'm not as in tune to, you know, everything that's going on right now, so I get a lot of my information from him or just, you know, scrolling on the news myself. But any way I can, you know, I'm sure that he's going to be a part of, you know, many of the relief efforts. So any way I could partner with him, partner with some of my former teammates, partner with friends and family that I have there now, you know, I'll be there to lend a helping hand any way I can, just because I love Louisiana. They've always had my back when I was there, so I had their back the same way.
Mark, what about your experience with David Culley in Baltimore, making you want to be part of the first team?
Well, he's always been the same guy to me. You know, he's been consistent with who he is and what he stands for. And, you know, he's always was encouraging to me when I was in Baltimore, even, you know, my 2019 when I had a Pro Bowl year, in 2020 that was, you know, kind of not the best year. He was still encouraging, always giving me positive energy, positive advice, positive words. And I appreciated him for that. And, you know, he's just always been a great coach that puts his players in position, prepares his players to have success. And I know that he would love his players and do the same thing as a head coach. So obviously they called me, and you know, it was a good situation for me, a good opportunity for me to be able to continue my career playing the game that I love, and I feel like I could do it at a high level. So it's a great opportunity. Appreciate Coach Culley, appreciate Nick, everyone that, you know, thought about me and bringing me in.
How do you think his personality fits the dynamic of this team specifically with so many new players and so many of them being pretty, you know, veteran guys?
Yeah, I think it's great because he's going to treat you like a man, and he's going to expect that of you in return. You know, it's a two-way street with the communication. It's not just, he has an open-door policy. Even when his door is closed, you can go knock up there and talk to him. And he's going to be transparent with you. He's going to be real with you. And as a man, as a pro, you respect that and appreciate that. So you have to be able to be accountable, be available, and take advantage of being a professional and letting him handle you like that, because he will treat you like a man and be honest with you, be forthright with you, and you just have to, be a pro.
Couple more. How much closer do you feel to being the 2019 part game that you mentioned before?
Well, yeah, I never felt like that version has left me. I had limited opportunities last year, obviously, and I had a few injuries, had the COVID thing, so just different things that kind of just attributed to that year and all. But I think having that year and having the off season where I was able to go into the off season healthy, not having any injuries or ailments, I think that was huge. And me being able to train and prepare myself to have a great season, having a good training camp, feeling good in preseason. Obviously, lots of things to work on, lots of things to improve on, lots of things to get better at. But I don't feel any different than I did in that Pro Bowl year in 2019. Feel like I'm better. Feel like I'm more experienced. Feel like the game is, smoother for me, coming to me better. So I just got to go out there and prove it. Got to go out there, stay healthy. Got to go out there and just be productive and do everything I can to help our team have success.
About a week ago, you were in here and Coach Covey just was frank with us that you didn't feel like that you guys are running or throwing it well enough to get up to the standard yet. What would you say is the improvement that y'all have made over the course of the preseason training camp, and what's some of the improvement that you feel like you should do?
We made some good strides in our run game, and almost ran for over 200, maybe less, in the game. Obviously, we didn't keep the ball moving how we wanted. Obviously, we didn't punch the ball in the red zone how we wanted. We turned the ball over. Those are all things that keep you from winning football games. So, obviously, we have to be able to sustain drives, be able to convert on third down, take care of the football, be able to have field goals. Be able to have touchdowns, not field goals in the red zone. All those things are stuff that you can improve on. The execution of every single play, all 11 guys, making sure they're doing their job, making sure they're executing their job at a high level, that can improve. And we just have to continue to work on that, continue to get better at that, and that's what we'll be working to do this week and, going into week one.
Last one.
You mentioned your time in New Orleans. How much of a help has Brandon Cooks been, somebody especially the Saints?
Well, anytime you go somewhere new, familiarity is always great. And, Brandon Cooks, that's my dog, man. Since he was a rookie in New Orleans, we played there, I think 3 years together. And, he's been my brother then, and he's been my brother ever since. Followed him when he went to New England, when he went to the Rams, even when he came here. Now the opportunity to be his teammate again, it's always good to have a brother, and he's in the locker room with me. I can ask him questions about anything, family, food, treatment, whatever it may be. He can give me, insight, and it's just good to have, family around.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.